The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, it was the Clippers winning their last game against the Suns in Phoenix. A terrific underdog win in that last game. They're feeling good, looking to keep it up tonight. 10 years ago, nobody would have seen it coming. But the Warriors and the Clippers has become one of the premier rivalries in all of sports.
Are you serious? All of sports?
Not really. In the NBA, in the Western Conference of the NBA.
All right.
You know what, Kenny, I agree with him. This is still a pretty heated matchup. Almost every game you see some over-the-top emotions. Blake Griffin, Andre Iguodala flying, flopping around. Don't forget the division standings, too. That's always a factor when they play. Who wants to be on top?
I'll tell you, my grandfather would not be looking at this saying, if I told him right now, the Clippers and the Warriors are a big rivalry in the NBA, he'd smack me right now and said, Sonny, you don't know what you're talking about. Times have changed. Times have changed.
Grandpa, if you text me, I'll smack him for you.
Thanks for joining us as we head courtside to Kevin Harlan.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. Today's game continues this Golden State Warriors homestand. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team. In a season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Exactly. 2 top teams in the conference. They want to continue that success this season as they look long-term towards playoff seeding.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. And it's Mbah-a-Moute in at the 3, the small forward.
And, guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
Paul against Curry. Green with a screen on Paul. Curry kicks to Green. Thompson in the corner. Some nice passing by Golden State. Again, Durant missing.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 28-point game against Phoenix.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
And the Warriors with possession here after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
And Mbah-a-Moute against Durant. Paul. Shot is no good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night here. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And remember Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers, and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Paul against Thompson. That's tipped. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
Now, Mbamute, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Griffin, no one around him. The 17-footer goes down.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll see how long they can keep it going.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Thompson against Paul. He feeds it to Griffin. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And that's now 6 points for Blake Griffin. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Suns.
And they played with such tenacity on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure off of them when they go on offense.
And I think you've got to give all the guys credit. I mean, plenty of credit to go around. You can't just highlight or pick out one or two guys that stood out, because everybody did defensively.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Warriors making the shot. Great D that time from Green.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Outside Durant. Green kicks to Thompson. Curry against Redick. And it's Golden State with another.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Griffin. A 20-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
And he also made an impact on defense, guys. 3 blocked shots over the course of the game.
Stolen by Durant. Thompson outside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
That one drops. He ties it up. Well, great for Thompson, a hard-working defender. You were talking about it. Do you think Clark, his offensive style, frees him up to put more energy into defense?
Well, you know, it could be. I mean, he's extremely smooth. He's uber smooth in how he operates. He doesn't have to drive the lane and absorb a lot of contact to get his shot off, and he's quick and efficient with his offense. So that does leave him more energy for the defensive end.
Here's Paul after the made shot from Klay Thompson. Paul kicks to Griffin to halt the run. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Griffin's got 8.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Now here's Paul. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Puts up the baby hook. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
And for Griffin in his passing, often you'll see him set up teammates, Greg, for easy looks and dunks.
And with the amount of times that teams have to double-team Griffin, that's huge. I mean, even when he's not scoring due to defenses focusing on him, he can still impact the game with his passing.
Griffin hits them both.
And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of threes.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Paul outside. Green with the block.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Paul against Curry. Paul goes in and counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's his second personal foul.
For the Clippers, you think of Lob City, and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game.
And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Paul Pierce is checked in for Mbamute. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
And for the Warriors, they had tough opponents the whole way. I mean, the Pelicans, Grizzlies, and Rockets, they all put up fights. The Cavs in the finals were just as tough with LeBron, but the Warriors found a way to come through.
And the Warriors with possession here. They trail by 3.
And for the Warriors, it had been nearly 40 years, guys, since the franchise made it to the finals. They had a lot of pressure on them to win and finish things off, but they got it done and did it in an emphatic fashion, winning on the road. The title solidified them as one of the all-time outstanding teams in NBA history.
Al Paul following Durant's three-point attempt, and Durant sends it back. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. That's good. Iguodala's got his first basket of the night.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop. That's a big-time play.
Griffin a screen on Thompson. Paul passes to Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now here's Curry. 32 points for him last game against Memphis.
Yeah, and it just wasn't about the offense. I mean, he was racking up the steals and taking advantage of some sloppy play by the opponent.
Al Paul after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. They get it back.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle. Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Clippers have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Here's Paul, and he banks in the layup. Paul's got 5.
With that now, only 2 of 7 to start the game. Not the start he was hoping for.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 28-point game against Memphis.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
West is checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Thompson. The Clippers also changing it up. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Jordan. And it's Rivers in for Paul.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Livingston kicks to Curry. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. Johnson, he's checked in for the Clippers.
First personal foul, team second. Now into the lineup for the Clippers. Wesley Johnson.
There's the pick. Curry with it. Picked up by Rivers. The shot by Curry, no good.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Iguodala. Here's Griffin. West with some nice D. The Warriors trail. Rejected by Pierce. Curry against Rivers. Here's Crawford. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. And the Clippers lead by 4.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
Durant kicks to Curry. Feeds it to Iguodala. Puts up a 3. And he gets it to go. Iguodala's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
1:44 left here in the opening quarter. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
And my first question was, what's the plan against Kevin Durant? Probably the premier scorer in the entire league. He said, well, it starts with trying to keep the ball out of his hands, because once he catches it, you're kind of at his mercy. Guys, Durant's so long, he can just shoot over the top. When he does get the ball, expect to see some double teams.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Johnson, wide open. He fires. Again, Los Angeles.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Curry against Rivers. Left side Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope. It's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. West with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Golden State.
Anderson Varejao.
Five to shoot. Here's Johnson. Beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Warriors trail by 3. Curry passes to Livingston. Pick by West. Here's Curry with the 3, and it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. And that's now 7 points for Steph Curry. Here's Rivers. It's a tie game here in Oakland. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. In Austin Rivers, making NBA history last season, his father, Doc, is the head coach, of course, of the Clippers, and he talked about what it's like to play for his dad. Always an entertaining dynamic when you have a father coaching his son. We've seen it in college basketball a few times in the past, most recently at UCLA. But this, Clark, this is a first in the NBA.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't make any difference in the case of Doc and Austin Rivers. I mean, he's just one of the Clippers, and Doc doesn't treat him any differently.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side outs for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Like or handball.
Yeah, either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Anderson Varejao out there with Green, and it's Livingston in at the points. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. So they take the lead. Thompson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Thompson against Crawford. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Got a piece of it and stolen by Jordan. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Fires from deep. Wilcox can't hit. And guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green. Might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, he might not look the part. You know, undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively.
And here's Crawford following Draymond Green's 3. It's Crawford with the drive from the stripe, and Thompson sends it back. Now the Warriors moving it up. Dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Now here's Crawford. Green with the block. On the wing, Thompson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game.
And for Green, long arms, great anticipation. We talk about the IQ. Also the willingness to absorb contact. All part of what makes him special on the defensive end of the floor.
And the Warriors with some changes. Pachulia comes in for Anderson Varejao. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Andre Iguodala. J.J. Redick's checked in for Los Angeles. Paul comes in for Austin Rivers. Jordan the screen. Over in the corner, Paul. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles with another miss.
And, you know, now we have all these analytics. And if you look at all the advanced measures for defense, Draymond Green is one of the best in our game. I mean, and teams are better able to measure now defense with player tracking and the camera. So I think that helped Green when the time came for him to sign his contract.
That's his first personal foul.
You know, the Warriors took some flack when they passed on the chance to trade for Kevin Love. But I really think that the rise of Draymond Green as their stretch 4-man made the decision even better, and also kept their cap situation far more flexible.
The first free throw is good. And Draymond Green won't give you the superstar numbers of a Kevin Love, but he's got a deceptive impact, Clark, at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I call him a value utility guy because he does a little bit of everything that brings value to your quest to win. His shooting has steadily gotten better, and while he's not an all-star yet, the sum of his total contributions on the floor, impressive. Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
And now here's Here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Warriors, number 1. The Clippers, 3rd.
And it's no secret that both of these teams rely heavily on the three-point shot. That was the case last year. Look at those numbers.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. And this run is getting out of hand right now. It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Mbaamuta. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. Just 4 to shoot. Shot to stop the drought. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
They set the pick. Livingston kicks to Pachulia. Golden State moving it around. Launches it. Another 3 for Golden State.
This is tough to stop if you're the defense. I mean, they've been absolutely on fire from behind that three-point line, and the way they space the floor, it's hard to get to those shooters.
Here is Wilcox. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. They push it up 4 on 3. And the shot is long.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Warriors leading by 15. There's the dish to Durant. To the left wing. Pachulia kicks to Livingston. That's good. Livingston's got 4 points this quarter.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Take a moment to check out Kevin Durant here. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged about 25 points per game, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. With him, you get so much, but his ability to lead the way with his scoring, probably his best attribute.
An offensive powerhouse. He can just beat you in so many ways. Got to give it up for him. Much love.
Clippers trail by 17.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way. That sends Chris Paul to the free throw line. That one on Thompson.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season. Yeah, quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And that one's good. Warriors leading by 14. And Thompson kicks to Livingston. Durant for three. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got assist number 5 here tonight. Paul outside. Now the feed to Wilcox. Jordan with a screen on Durant. Pass to Mbah-a-Moute. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Paul outside to the inside. Pachulia with the steal, and up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Thompson. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Here's Redick. Pass to Paul. Hits the jumper in space. Paul's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Durant dishes to Pachulia. On the wing, Thompson. And another basket for Golden State.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Warriors girls.
Quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Blake Griffin. Coach reminded his guys that he is the centerpiece of their offense, and he's the one they want with the most freedom to operate. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Pick by Griffin. Paul kicks to Redick. Releases. West with the block. And he gets it back. 5 on the clock. Griffin attacking.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And GA, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the 3-ball, the long-range shooting.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Well, David West's usage and overall numbers have ticked away with time. He's still as efficient as ever.
Yeah, not the over 50% field goal guy he used to be, but still a valuable contributor on the block.
And for West, a lot of what he brings to the table is just professionalism, leadership, and a real example of how to get the most out of what you've got. He keeps everybody on the team focused, too. When he speaks, guys listen.
The first free throw is good.
West guy's still very strong as a player, but clearly it's his leadership that sets him apart. Does all those little intangibles that help teams win games.
Griffin hits them both.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game.
Clippers trail by 16. Paul goes in. It's rebounded by West.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And regarding Griffin's low block shot number, for some guys, they simply lack a certain feel, Clark, for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
And they'll keep possession. West passes to Durant. Dishes to Curry. Tries again. Tries yet again. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team.
And, you know, withdrawing, Kevin, might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
And as competitive as Durant is, it was strange to see him take himself off of Team USA. But let's face it, that Paul George injury played a big role, not only in his decision, but in a lot of guys throughout the league. And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
Thompson dishes to Green. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Green's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Crawford kicks to Pierce. Elbow shot. David West grabs the miss.
And, you know, Durant was not the only one affected by that injury to Paul George. To see something like that happen in an exhibition game can make anybody think twice about summer play.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Rivers with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And here's Rivers. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. In the corner, it's Crawford. The three-pointer, no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Curry passes to Green. West setting the pick for Iguodala. And West now top of the key. That's good. And the Warriors lead by 21.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pierce inside the three-point line. Drops one in from the wing. Pierce has got his second basket of the night. Outside Curry. In the corner, Iguodala with it. Jacks up a three. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Steph and Curry. And Steph, you guys really turned it on in that second quarter. What was the difference?
Push the tempo. We got a lot of stops early. Long rebounds, was able to get out in transition. Being on the floor for some easy baskets. And we just executed kind of flawlessly that quarter.
Steph, thank you so much. Kevin, he's earned this rest.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, we have to talk about the unbelievable job they've done rebounding the basketball. They've sent bodies flying to the boards on every possession. They've been a stronger, quicker, tougher team by a wide margin. And it's that dominance on the glass that's going to win them this game.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, they got more than a few problems to work out, but it all starts with their defense. I know the analytical people love to point out opponent field goal percentage, and tonight has been a big problem. They haven't defended with any purpose. They need a whole lot more activity on defense.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan, and it's Mbah-a-Moute into the 3 slot.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Paul goes in, sinks that one from the post. Paul's got 12.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Curry outside, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. Griffin's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
Curry against Redick. Curry dishes to Pachulia. There's a screen. Here's Thompson, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Thompson's got 18 points.
And the Clippers with those 8 road wins at the end, you mentioned, that pushed their road record to 26-15. That was second best in the league. Also set a franchise high for road wins.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Griffin kicks to Paul. Out to the right wing. Now, here's Mbah-a-Moute. Pachulia covering. Back to Paul. Kicks it to Redick. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And good on the basket. Book it. And now, 24 points for Blake Griffin.
You know, what's amazing about the Clippers on the road last year, guys, was the context. I mean, they had a bunch of back-to-back games and went 16-4 on the back end of back-to-backs. 11 of those came on the road.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. DeAndre Jordan, number 1.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
Here's Paul. 12 points for him. Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kidd loves Jaja. Even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. And he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Paul passes to Griffin. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Timeout.
And it's now 26 points for Blake Griffin.
You know, one of the things I think we forget about with Chris Paul is just how clutch he is as a player. I mean, hitting the go-ahead shot in Game 7 against the Spurs last postseason was a big reminder to everyone that this guy is clutch.
Here at the numbers for Curry. He's coming off an excellent season. First in free throw percentage, third in three-point field goal percentage, and he was also one of the league's most aggressive ball-hawking defenders, finishing top 5 in steals.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, fantastic at the free throw line last year. That's a tremendous asset for any team.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And talking about Paul and his ability to come up in the clutch, that Game 7 shot when he was playing injured against San Antonio, the defending champions, turned out to be the game-winning points. Remarkable play, remarkable series for him.
It was. You know, you could see him hobbling around out there and would have to miss games in that Rockets series, the first two, if I recall. But that series is what Paul is really all about, Kevin. He is a competitor, first and foremost.
Green, the screen. Curry dishes to Green. Here's Livingston. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but it just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Livingston hits both of them.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Griffin can't get it to go in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
There's a screen. That's a 2 from Paul, and he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. Paul's got 14.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
The 10-footer. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And that's now 9 points for Steph Curry. And Redick kicks to Paul. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Stephen Curry.
Paul's been great. He has 14 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
The Warriors making a switch here. Verjau's checked in. And so Paul nails both of them. Golden State's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Curry passes to Livingston. Green with a screen on Redick. Livingston kicks to Green. And it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Redick. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Redick's got 5.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here is Zhao. Blake Griffin pulls it in. Griffin's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Redick with the 3. That is good.
3 points.
Redick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly. Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
Paul dishes to Redick. Passes it to Jordan. Paul outside. Jordan the screen. Paul passes to Griffin. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Curry against Paul. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Curry. And that's 13 points for Kevin Durant.
Unstoppable. He has got it on automatic out there.
And, you know, the defensive effort is not bad. They're doing the best they can, but he's been simply too much for him.
Griffin. And he can't bank that one in. Warriors leading by 21. Livingston kicks to Curry. Verjao with a screen on Redick. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Griffin a screen on Curry. Paul dishes to Griffin. Great open look there. Griffin's got 32 points in the game.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that. He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Paul against Curry. Paul kicks to Griffin, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
The Clippers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Now Redick. He's got 8, and it's Paul penetrating, and he can't bank that one in. Livingston passes to Durant, and the shot is good. Durant's got 4 points this quarter.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Durant's gotten 6 of his 11 attempts to go in so far from the field, shooting almost 55%. In the corner, it's Griffin. Curry against Paul. 6 on the shot clock. And Baamute dishes to Jordan. Redick with the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Redick's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Los Angeles.
And, you know, J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league as a spot shooter off the bench. Last season, averaged over 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
Paul against Green. Paul kicks to Jordan. Paul outside. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Griffin. Off target at the rim.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Curry outside. And another 3 for Golden State. And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency, shooting over 47% from the field last year. And Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and in his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low. Even improved as a defender.
Drops in the layup for two. Livingston's got 4 points in the quarter.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
And, guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
No good on the free throw. What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor. Clark, he cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship-caliber superstar.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. West is checked in for Varejao. Iguodala comes in for Green, and it's Thompson in for Sean Livingston. So we can't get either to fall.
And really, last season, it was supposed to be a battle between the Warriors and Clippers for that Pacific title. But the Warriors just ran away with it, won the division by 11 games.
Curry kicks it to West, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
For the Warriors, it was the third time they've ever won the division, last time coming in 1976. Clark, it's been a while.
It's been a long time, but they did it in style. 13-3 record against the rest of the division. That would be the best in-division winning percentage for any team in the NBA.
Crawford passes to Johnson. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by West.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Golden State ball.
Pachulia, who's checked in for Durant.
Zaza Pachulia.
Golden State's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Thompson up top, guarded by Crawford. And Thompson kicks to Pachulia. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Pachulia's got 4 points in the quarter. Rivers. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Warriors on top, opening up a huge gap. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Clippers shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. On the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. West is out there with Jones, and it's Clark in at point guard. That's the Warriors 5. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 5. Get that out of here. They retain possession. Here's Johnson. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. Johnson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Clippers. Iguodala against Johnson. It's West with the drive, and he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And here is Los Angeles now. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Wilcox dishes to Stone. Great D that time from Iguodala.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Back to Thompson. Kicks it out to Iguodala. The offensive rebound. It's blocked. Iguodala against Johnson. Now here's Rivers. Defense right on him. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. Austin Rivers traded to the Clippers last year. A change of scenery did him well, and he was comfortable coming off the bench.
And that's a great point, Kevin. I mean, he seemed to get steady playing time, and that's what he needed most. And also, he wasn't defined by a position. They were able to find a niche role for him to play in.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, the role for Rivers last season was that of a bench scorer. I mean, not sure if he'll ever be a starter, but he can be a part of a winning basketball team with his skill set.
Anderson Varejão's checked in for Golden State. Rivers hits both of them.
And with the trade last season, Rivers became the first son ever to play for his father. His dad, of course, being Doc Rivers.
Iguodala kicks to Thompson. West passes to Iguodala. From 12 feet out, it's tipped, but he gets it back. Varejão missing again. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Pierce. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Iguodala kicks it to West. Here's Clark. Golden State moving it around. Thompson for 3. Another shot, and it's laid up and in by Varejão.
And guys, that kind of sums it up right there. I mean, one team getting after it, hustling the rebounds, the putbacks. The other team just a step slow.
They get it again.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish. Somebody forgot to finish it.
West outside on the wing. Thompson. West kicks to Iguodala. Picked by Varejão. Goes up off the pick, and he comes off the screen and skims it through.
Certainly that shot well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Here's Rivers. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Rivers has got 4 points in the quarter.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Varejão setting the pick for Iguodala. Stolen by Pierce. Johnson attacking. Outside Pierce. No good on the 3. Warriors have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Stone dishes to Rivers on the wing. Johnson from the arc. They grab their own miss. Stone, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Varejão.
That's his first personal foul at the line for the Warriors. Stone. 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one misses.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. That one misses. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. not the case going forward.
Now here's Rivers, guarded closer. Shot clock at 6. Out left to the wing. And that one's good by Wilcox.
Assistant.
Here's Clark.
The NBA has done a terrific job of increasing its presence around the globe. I mean, what was once a national sport has become a global sport in a relatively short time. I think that'll continue to be the case as a larger international presence moves forward. Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas wearing the rim out.
The Warriors have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. The NBA, it's undeniable, becoming a global game. It's reflected in the players. 1/4 of the league. That's amazing. 1/4 of the league. Now international players.
It's unreal. I mean, that number's going to continue to grow, I think, over the years. Last season, they had a game in Mexico, and events like that really help expand the popularity of the NBA.
Stone passes to Johnson. The 3. And he gets it to go.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. West against Pierce. Durant wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by West. 20 points for Kevin Durant.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Here's Rivers. No good. Nice D from Bergeron.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
And both free throws good for West. Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer, and Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
And the Clippers making a change here. Crawford's checked in. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college. He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
Crawford kicks to Stone. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
You know, he's not your typical NBA center in terms of height, guys, but he plays as big as any of them, thanks to his incredible bounce ability.
Pick by West. Here's Clark. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
You know, on the topic of Wesley Johnson, I remember him in college. I remember the guy who took over games and even showed a certain toughness when he did it. He hasn't gotten to that point here in the pros, so he may soon be entering a crossroads in his career.
Clark kicks it to West. Clark dishes to Livingston. 6 to shoot. For 3, Durant. The shot's good on the assist by West. And it's now 23 points for Kevin Durant. Crawford kicks to Johnson. They set the pick. He dishes it to Wilcox. It's rebounded by Livingston. Livingston's got 6 rebounds in the game. Unloads. Offensive rebound. That's tipped. The pass to Clark. To the paint. Here's West. Almost, but it rolls out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Johnson kicks to Stone. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Stone's got 4 points this quarter. Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Feeds to West. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by West. West has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Crawford drives in. Count that one.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Pick by West. Livingston passes to Durant. He kicks it to West. And another basket for Golden State.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
It's Crawford on the wing. Defended by Durant. Crawford missing again.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Here's West. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Rivers kicks to Crawford. Here's Stone. He's guarded by Varejao. And Durant sends it back. He feeds it to Livingston. Pick by West. Livingston dishes to Durant. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
And guys, every season there seems to be a player who is at the end of their contract. They'll have talent and they'll be traded to a team looking for an extra piece. It's the ultimate risk-reward move, if you will, in the NBA.
Free throw good, Livingston. And trading assets for a player that can walk at the end of the year is the big risk GMs take. And last season, Clark, it happened with the Rondo trade.
And to a lesser extent, the whole Kevin Love deal made prior to the season would fit into that category as well.
Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. And he gets it to go.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yes, I like that. And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And asserting themselves right from the start, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two clubs. They've got to feel good getting the upper hand tonight against the Clippers.
No surprise here. Just a big-time performance for Kevin Durant. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
Crawford kicks to Johnson. They set the pick. The dish to Wilcox. Knocked away. Durant with the steal. Finishes the break with a slam.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
Outside Curry. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
David, obviously a very productive second unit. How does that change this basketball team when they play like that?
I mean, they set the tone. We're a very deep team, and our bench is going to have an advantage most nights.
David, thank you. Kevin, depth always important in the NBA.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set of skills out there from an offensive standpoint. There isn't anything he can't do. And defensively, he can do it as well. It's almost impossible to count all the ways Kevin Durant helps his team.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.